What up, guys? I told you guys that I was going to do a deck profile eventually, so here it finally is. I'm here to talk about the deck a little bit, show you guys the monsters and magic cards and stuff like that. And this is I've been using this deck for a really long time. The deck right now stands at 42. There's a few tech choices that I have in here that that I like personally after a while of playing stuff. So here it is. So we have our first monsters. We have our searchers, which are triple Gishki Abyss. He searches out your other searchers whenever you need to search out other stuff. You have the triple Shadow. This guy gets your Alchemires out of the deck. He can also be used for the whole tribute of a water ritual monster, just in case you guys are playing some other kind of ritual monsters. Gishki Vision. He searches out your actual ritual monsters, which are the blue cards. So those guys. And we have Gishki Aerials. She's a flip effect monster. She searches out any Gishki type monster from the deck, so and adds it to your hand. So first turn, if you don't really have anything, you set her, and then you just wait for her to die, and then you just grab something else from the deck. Then we have our triple beast, Gishki Beast. His effect is you get, whenever he is normal summoned, you get to special summon a level 4 or lower from the graveyard. So that's your rank 4 Exceed play. Or if she survives, Ariel, because she has a big butt, 18 defense. You search out your beast. This guy, normal summon it, special summon another level 4, overlay for a 3-card rank 4. So I guess those are those plays. Then we have our 2 key monsters, which are the actual ritual monsters, and the whole entire deck revolves around this guy right here. His name is Evagishki Gusraken, and his effect is you can ritual summon this card within your Gishki ritual spell card. When this card is ritual summoned, look up to 2 random cards in your opponent's hand, then shuffle one of them into the deck. So this whole entire deck revolves around making first turn this guy over and over and over again until your opponent has pretty much like 2 or 3 cards in hand. So, and then this guy is Evagishki Mind August, and his effect is you get to pick up to 5 cards in any graveyard and put it into their respective decks. So this guy recycles your Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, whatever you want to use. He recycles your monsters, and he can take away your opponent's toolbox, so depending on what you need him for. I personally only play 2 ritual monsters. You can play a 3rd Mind August or another guy called Evagishki Tetrogre, but honestly I like them at 2 because these are usually the only 2 that I actually use, and honestly you just reuse one of them over and over again, and sometimes you kind of make this guy to do other stuff. So there's those guys. Then I have Deep Sea Divas, my 2 personal techs. They're pretty fun, I guess, to use. They're literally only to get out. My only targets are the visions, which are the ones that search out these guys. The reason I play her is because she's an easy Gachi. She's an easy Daigusto Phoenix. She's an easy a lot of other stuff. She also gets these guys out of the deck and into the graveyard. So sometimes I play salvage. So if you ever need this guy into the grave, you just normal her, special this guy, sync it out, anything you want, overlay it, whatever you want to do, it gets it into the grave. And now we have our dragon lineup. Tefnuit. This guy's effect is whenever this guy would be tributed, you get to special summon a normal monster from your deck, basically, or anywhere, hand, graveyard. Whenever they get tributed by Alchemires and special summon for this guy, you get to use its effect in the grave because Hieratic Dragons don't miss timing. And then Sues as well. It's pretty much the same effect, except the other secondary effect that Tefnuit has is you can special summon it whenever your opponent has monsters and you don't. So Cyber Dragon pretty much, except it's a level 6. And Sue, whenever there's a heretic out in the field, you can tribute it to special summon it as well. Then you contribute another Hieratic Dragon or wherever you want on your field or in your hand, and you get to pop a back row, so that's okay, I guess. I play only 5 dragons. It's just a personal preference. You can play another one of the Sioux, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Then we have our vanillas, which is Luster Dragon number 2 and Wattail Dragon. I only play 2. You can play a third one, but honestly, I do not like playing that many vanillas, especially these guys. Drawing 1 from your deck, you know, in your first hand, it's okay. Drawing 2, it's not the best, but you know you can work around it. There, you can special summon Tefnua to normal summon these guys, so you get a quick rank 6, or you can tribute him for a ritual monster. They're not the worst, but in the end, you kind of don't want them. Now, we have my techs, which are Light and Darkness Dragon. We have Mobius, the Frost Monarch, and Sharkraken. The reason I like playing Light and Darkness Dragon is because it's annoying as hell. It makes your opponent use up cards, and it's really easy to make with these guys. All you need is 1 dragon, 1 ritual, and an Aquamirror, which are these guys right here. You have these 3 cards in hand, and this guy right here, which is really easy to do actually, because all of them search out everything else. You have this guy, -1 from the hand of your opponent, and then you just normal summon this guy, and then just kind of be like, okay, your turn, see what you can do. If you loop, and you have a normal summoned, and you just randomly have this guy as the last card in your hand, you can just go, okay, tribute 2, normal summon this guy. Very nice, very good. I like it. A lot of people don't like it, but that's okay. This is my deck. And then we have Mobius the Frost Monarch. He is he's one of the monarchs. He blows up back row. The reason I play him is because he is a Moray of Greed target. You can use him, and so if you don't need him, you know, Moray of Greed, you can special summon a Tefnua, tribute it for Frost Monarch, bait out the bottomless trap hole or anything like that. It will pop 2 cards, so they have to use those 2 things that they have on the field. Usually this guy is just bottomless fodder, anything like that, torrential tribute, all that stuff. Either way, it forces your opponent to use it, so I like Mobius the Frost Monarch. He's also a level 6, so you can overlay him for the rank 6s and stuff like that, since this deck does play a lot of rank 6s. And then Sharkraken, he is my tech of choice. His effect is since a lot of people have seen this guy, you can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1 water monster. He's a 2400 beater. He's a level 6, so he kind of helps out with the rank 6 plays. You can, whenever you normal summon something to search out something else, like let's say a Gishki Abyss, you really don't want that 800 beater out in the field, that's okay, you can tribute it, special summon this guy. So he's just there, he's just a tech choice. If I were to take out any of these 3 techs, it would probably be the Sharkraken, but so far I haven't really had any bad hands with this guy where I just couldn't use him at all, you know, because I'm always drawing water monsters, obviously, so he's not the worst, but to make it a 41, I'd probably take him out. But either way, this is right now how the 42 card deck stands. Now we have your big players, which is the Aquamirrors. These guys are ridiculous. Their effect is, they're the ritual card, you know. You get to tribute levels on the field to special summon the same amount of levels from the deck, or I mean from your hand, so it's usually this guy. I only play 2. You could play 3. I play 2 because they recycle like crazy. Their other effect is whenever it's in the grave with another ritual monster, you get to put their ritual card back into the deck and grab this guy to your hand. So, not too bad. Those are Aquamirrors. Those are the main guys of the deck. Next we have pretty much our staple cards, which is Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Pot of Avarice. They're pretty self-explanatory. Pot of Avarice, you get to recycle your deck and you know, add to, I guess, Heavy Storm for all that heavy back row, Dark Hole for that heavy front row, Monster Reborn for, you know, just monster reborning stuff. Then we have our Hieratic Seal of Convocation, which is our searchers for the dragons. Obviously, you know, more search to the deck, not too bad. Moray of Greed, I play 3. This is my personal choice. You can play 2, you can play 1. I play 3 because I like Moray of Greed. My play style kind of goes around these guys. If I don't have first turn loop, Gust Rock and Loop, I can just go, okay, Moray of Greed, let's see what else I draw. I'm a gambling man, so Moray of Greed, I like them. And then Triple Salvage. A lot of people only say to play 2. I play 3. I like 3 Salvage. Top decking a Salvage is freaking amazing. It's too good, especially in this deck because everything is really small. So you pretty much salvage. You can grab Visions, you can grab Shadows, you can grab Abysses, you can grab Deep Sea Deep. Well, shout out to my girlfriend that just kind of called me. She wanted to say hello, as it is the morning, so she wanted to say hello. Anyways, Savage, you can go grab your Deep Sea Divas. You can go grab your beasts that are in the grave and used up. You can do your rank 4s. You can do a lot of things with Salvage in this deck. I think this deck is the best deck to use Salvage in, so that is what it is. Now we're going to go into the extra deck. Right now I only have 14. I have most of the extra deck. There's just a few things that I would change out, grab different things, whatever you want to play. So, first of all, we have Charmeleon. He's really good. You special summon him, and you know he's there. Alrighty. We have Armory Arm, which is a diva. You know, level 2, rank level 4. He gets to. He's pretty much just there just because he gets my visions in the grave. That's it. Armory Arm. Alrighty, and then we have Gachis. Right now I have 2 in the extra deck, but probably one would end up being a Daigusto Phoenix. You know, I do go into Gachis a lot. Deep Sea Diva lets me do that. It's kind of a good protective stuff, whatever you need. But, you know, sometimes you need an extra 3,000 attack, so that's what Daigusto Phoenix would be. Then we have the staple rank 4s. We have number 50 Blackship of Corn. He's really good to get out stuff out of the field. Not that I have a lot of trouble with that anyway because of this deck's other boss monster. But sometimes, you know, you only have that rank 4 play. Blackship of Corn lets you do that. He also burns. Good stuff. Utopia, because I don't like when people attack me. It forces your opponent to do something else to get it out of the way, pretty much. Utopia. Fun stuff. Gemini Pearl. It's no surprise that one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck is a deck that barely came out, which is Evil Storms. So, Gemini Pearl, 2600. You know, Ophion's 2550, so he's a little bigger. Sometimes it works. You know, you have your rank 4 play, attack over it, kill it. It's good. Another one that's in here. I forgot. My Stroke is in the other deck. I play My Stroke. My Stroke is good. As you guys know, it's rank 4. You get to detach 1 to flip a monster on your opponent's side of the field face down. You do that to an Ophion, then you get to go off with everything else you need to do, and then you get to kill the Ophion. So it's good. Now we get into the rank 6s, which are the big guys in the field. It's first up is Gauntlet Launcher. It's more of a tech, I guess. You could play other stuff, but I like Gauntlet Launcher. He pretty much just blows up stuff. I usually only use him whenever there's another face-down card on the field, a monster. It's flip effect. You know, why would you set a card if you didn't want it to, you know, not be flipped, I guess. He gets rid of those Raikos. He gets rid of those, you know, Gravekeeper, Spies, whatever you need. He's there. He just answers a few things. I guess Abyss Dweller. You know, Abyss Dweller. He's really good. He gains a 500 boost whenever water monsters are under him, so I do play water monsters. Abyss Dweller. Kills more males. Boom. Then we have double Photon Strike Bouncer. Photon Strike Bouncer is really good against a lot of decks. You get to, you just have to be really careful on what you want to negate, you know, but Photon Strike Bouncer. Very good card. And then we have the stars of the deck, which is Ptolemy's, Constellar Ptolemy's M7. This guy is really good. His effect, as you probably guys already know, you get to pick any monster on the field or in their respective graveyards, and you get to bounce them back to the hand. You abuse this guy. Abuse him. Abuse him. I play 3. You can play 2. I play 3. I like having 3. You go for your shadows. If you guys watch my other videos, you guys will probably see the loop. You know, it's pretty old loop, but it's there. And then one guy, a dragon. He's just there. You have a small monster defense on the field. I have a used up Constellar. I want to inflict damage. That's what he is there for. Alrighty, guys. Well, I don't really have an extra deck. I mean, a side deck ready because, you know, this is just a deck profile. You guys can side in a lot of good cards that are in this is against dark monsters. You can do I don't know, anything that goes against dark monsters because Evil Storm is your worst matchup. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for watching. This is the Hieratic Deck, and this is Gearrod signing out.